Hey Shooby-Doodlers, how are you doing? Well, today I'm going to show you how to draw this lion's face, and it's been requested by Diana L. Gonzalez. And you know, if you'd asked me to draw something, it could have been you. So if you have an idea, put it in the comments box down below. And we are going to use, as usual, a pencil and a pen and an eraser. Let's not talk about it. Let's do it. Okay, well I have got a very basic plan for you here. So I'm going to draw a vertical line and I'm going to draw another one alongside it. And then you want another one the same width. Oh yeah, take your time, get this right. At parallel, so 3 parallel lines, and then we can draw a line at the top. And then we want these to be pretty much squares. I think maybe that's a little bit, make that one a bit wider there. And that wants to be a square, and then these ones can be just a little bit shorter than a square, so like that. And I think looking in the camera, I think you can probably hardly see that, so I'm going to make it a little bit darker. So we got these sort of 8 squares like that. And remember, when you're watching these videos, you can stop and start and play again anytime you like if you get a bit lost. But try and keep up with me. So I'm going to start up in this square here and in about a third, and I'm going to kind of draw a curve there and a curve there. And then we want a kind of a curve coming down there. This is the top eyelid coming down there like that. And then let's get up that little bit and then up a little bit and then in. And then start on the inside here, and we want a circle that's going to touch all the outside bits like that. So that's the eyeball, and then we can put the pupil inside, which is like a kind of a letter C, and that's because I didn't realize before this, but lions have circular pupils, unlike house cats, which have kind of those slit eyes, don't they? And then we can draw kind of top eyelid bit, and then this can come kind of down there like that. And now we're going to draw the nose, which conveniently lies right across this central section here. So bring that around in a kind of a curve like that, and then we want to kind of have the nostrils there, and then they will come down into a point like that. Now we also want this to kind of come around like that, and a little kind of balloon on each side, sort of thin balloon. And then a line down in the nose, and then a short line there. And now we're going to be wanting to come in at a point around about there, so it's sort of halfway with the space that you've got there already. In fact, let's come down this way, and we're going to touch the bottom there and come up, touch the bottom there and come up and around like that. And then from the top here, we can kind of bring a line curving in so it joins around about there. Now we're going to want whiskers, so we want those little dots. We can put them in kind of rows as we kind of, yeah, rows. And then we can put kind of whiskers in like that, sort of raggedy old whiskers. And then here we can have a kind of sort of, it's not actually an eyebrow, it's just kind of a line, and then there, make this a bit wiggly and kind of dots as well, which makes it not quite so hard. Now in here we want to make that a bit dark there, and just kind of a little, like a little balloon kind of shape there, so that we can come around it and this wiggle down like that, around it and wiggle down, and then we can kind of put this like a beard coming out from underneath the bottom lip. So that's kind of like the bottom lip. If you're still watching, you obviously like drawing, so why not come and join me on Patreon, and you get a help sheet, and I'll show you how to paint this as well. Around about here, we're going to see a little bit of the ears. Okay, so it's kind of follow around there from that point, kind of around like that. And we're not going to see a lot of it, the ears. And what we're going to want to have now is to start kind of lines wiggling out like that. So they're coming out at an angle. And here we want them going into the ear as well. So that'll be coming out there, and they'll be, so they're coming out and around, sort of like a clock, I suppose, in a way, if you can think of it like that. And they kind of wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And that's going to kind of wiggle down to there. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Lots of wiggling. So we want to get that kind of furry, kind of lion, kind of mane look. And then around at the top, I think we could do some little things like this. So start from kind of the middle of one of these, like in the middle there, and that will come around. And then we'll come around on the top, running out of space, kind of like that. We're going to want a few kind of little wiggles coming out from behind the ear as well. We want a really majestic mane here. And so we can kind of do, again, more wiggles coming out from kind of in between these spaces, like that. And then I think down here, I'm going to kind of do one coming in there and one coming in down like that, and maybe a couple in there, so that we can kind of plan where we're heading for. That will come around like that. This is, I don't think this is, I don't think any drawing is really easy, but I've tried to make this as easy as possible. And when you're absolutely sure that the ink is dried, then you can erase all those pencil lines and no one will ever know how you planned it all out. Leave the colour around the mouth and the nose, and then paint the rest a kind of sandy colour, a little bit of pink on the nose, and a little bit of darkness on the top eye, part of the eye. So there you go, how to draw a lion. And when you've drawn yours, you might want to share it on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook and put a hashtag Shooby-Doodle. And maybe I'll share it for you and maybe give you a heart and a follow too. Thanks for watching, and make sure you click that subscribe button and keep coming back to draw stuff real easy for lots and lots more how to draw videos. In the meantime, keep drawing, drawing, drawing. Practice, practice, practice. And I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye-bye.